from the cold where the nights ain't fair, where the weights of the world set heavy in air, where the past try to choke me, the pain try to drown, where the voices said quick but I turned it around. I see the lows, I dance with doubt, I carry the burdens that they don't talk about. I stood in the fire, I learned from the burn. Every scar that I got was a lesson I earned. Ain't no regrets, ain't no complaints. Everything built me, even the pain, even the loss, even the breaks, even the moments I thought it was fate. Look at me now, look how I stand. Look how I struggle turned me to a man. Look how the pressure turned into peace. Look how the trials put the fire in me. I ain't forget when my pockets was low, running on fumes and nowhere to go. Hunger was real and the pain was deep, praying to God just to get through the week. I ain't forget when the doors got closed. People I trusted ain't played by the code. Turned into lessons, turned into growth, turned into fire that kept me awoke. So I'm thankful, so grateful. Every little test just made me faithful. Every little cut just made me strong. Every little right came right after wrong. Thankful for nights I ain't think I'd see. Thankful for people that pray for me. Thankful for love and thankful for time. Thankful to know that the sun gon' shine. Ain't where I was, ain't where I'll be, but thankful for all that's in me. No guarantees, no second takes, but thankful for every breath I take. So let the beat ride, let the soul sing, let the love stretch out like these damn wings. I ain't perfect, I ain't pure, but I'm thankful I made it. I'm thankful for my own eyes.
Fight for money, it moves as long as money. You cannot hide from money, it moves as long as money.
Ain't no discussion, we talking numbers. I don't see the ceilings just out the gutter. Came from the ground where the nights was toughest. Now every move is a king on a summit. I'm on the top floor, view is so scenic. Money so low, it don't phone, it's scenic. Big face bills, all blue, no remix. Bags on bags, I ain't even gotta see it. I don't do the drama, I move like a ghost. Plays getting made when I sit on a toast. If it ain't profit, don't pick up the phone. On my convo, discussing the growth.
Money, you cannot hide from money, it moves as long as money. You cannot hide from money, it moves as long as money.
Foreign's outside,
Cannot hide from money,
and you outside.
as long as money.
When you
You
outside,
cannot hide from money, as long as money.
Foreign's outside, I just toss up the keys. Pain from the cold where the nights ain't fair, where the weights of the world set heavy in air, where the past try to choke me, the pain try to drown, where the voices said quick but I turned it around. I see the lows, I dance with doubt, I carry the burdens that they don't talk about. I stood in the fire, I learned from the burn. Every scar that I got was a lesson I earned. Ain't no regrets, ain't no complaints. Everything built me, even the pain, even the loss, even the breaks, even the moments I thought it was fate. Look at me now, look how I stand. Look how I struggle turned me to a man. Woke up in a world that don't call my name. Sky felt foreign and air moved strange. Footsteps heavy but the ground ain't mine. Every breath I take feel like borrowed time. Faces move past but they don't see me. Words sound close but they don't reach me. Mirrors show flesh but the soul don't fit. Like I got placed in a life I ain't picked. These hands ain't real when the skin ain't home. Eyes wide open, but I walk alone. Try to belong and I try to pretend, but this ain't my story and this ain't my pen. Look for a sign and I look for a clue. Ask all the gods what am I supposed to do. Silence it back left me on red. Felt like a ghost but I wasn't dead. Drift through the city like smoke in the rain. Nobody ask and nobody say. Walk in the room, feel out of place. Like I'm just watching a role I ain't play. Every word sound like echoes and static. Nothing feel warm and everything plastic. They tell me smile, be grateful you're here. But living a life when you're trapped in the fear. Tell me what happens when the time ain't yours. Tell me what's left when you don't feel the doors. Tell me how the love is supposed to be real when you feel like a stranger inside of your skin. Trying to connect and I'm trying to relate, but every soul got a different shape. Every street feel like deja vu. Like I've been here before but I never knew. Maybe I'm dreaming and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I slipped where I don't belong. Maybe this place was never for me. Maybe the exit is somewhere I see. Maybe the stars know something I don't. Maybe the answer's written in stone. Maybe this body was stitched out of light, dropped in a place that don't match my design. Maybe the time I was given ain't real. Maybe the hands on the clock don't feel. Maybe the story was meant pretty brief. Maybe the purpose was just to believe. Ain't looking back, ain't leaving a trace. Ain't got no roots, ain't tied to a place. If this I don't rush, I let it unfold, I react. I already know, I don't need love. I make it a line every step. Like I move through time, they throw shots. But I don't flinch, they switch teams. But I don't switch, I stay calm. When the storm get thick, I stay low. But my power don't dip, they watch me move but don't understand every move been part of the plan. They wanna see but I own the land. They want the key but I built the brand. I don't do the hype, I just set the trends. They follow waves, I built the lens. They burn out quick, I just played the long. They talk too much, I prove them wrong. Every mistake and turning the play, every delay, turning the game, every fate. Move just led to the top. Every closed door just made him lie. I came from the dark, now I glow like the moon. Stay thirsty.
Woo! Alright. Yeah, a lot of work, a lot of shit being developed, a lot of things that probably a normal human shouldn't do. But who said I was normal? Who said I was a human? So anyway, yeah. Title says I broke Harmony. I did. I broke it for like 3 days straight. I didn't know what the fuck happened to it. If you told me I was gonna break it, I would have told you no, I wouldn't. But I did. It was broke. Long broke. Like, not a short break of being broke. Long broke. And yeah, shit just started shaking because I hit my chair in the thing, but whatever. So anyway, it's broke, but not broke. Alright, so I did fix it. It is going. It is working again. But a couple features I knocked out because, you know, it was being a pain in the ass, so I had to knock some things out just to make it work again, you know. So if anybody's a developer, you know that process, you know it sucks, you know it is what it is, right? So now this is what we're gonna do. So I want whoever signed up for SelfOS to understand that we're gonna send out a update, we're gonna send out a invite this Friday. Now this Friday it's gonna be a testing day, right? This is honestly gonna be a lot of people on test flight and obviously people getting the APK on Android, and those of you that did order a cell phone, that will be shipped out tonight. So yes, this is the time where you guys can finally be a part of the process, finally see what's going on. I know everybody's seeing agent platform here, AI agent platform there, but you know ours is the only one that pays you, so that's why we're better. That's all I can say. But anyway, so that one's going to be out very shortly. In the meantime, on Friday, I'm going to do some updates. You know, hopefully we can get to like a Harmony 1.1/1.5, you know, 1.15, if that makes sense. So we're not even at 1.2 yet, but we can be in the middle between 1.1 and 1.2. So that's the ideal situation I want to do that. I don't know why my camera did that. I didn't know it even did that in the first place. But anyway, I don't know if I got ghosts in the house. Like, I don't know why it's doing, you know what I mean? But whatever. So as we start to continue, as we start to do different things on this platform, we're gonna release more features, and then obviously that's why the beta version is going from 1.5 or to 1.1, etc. Right? So that's the goal. Now, going into the Milan's picks and the AI tools, right? I haven't found any picks. I know the last few streams we were trying. I was trying so hard to not be biased and not judge too much on what's going out there in the market, but I did see some new things come out. You know, Runner H is an AI platform, AI agent platform, I should say, that came out recently, and that does look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Codex is also something that OpenAI came out with that's also their own developer. So if you're on a Plus plan, you should see that in your account now, right? So I might add those. I honestly might add those to Milan's picks because I like the way that they're going about it. So hopefully, if we add those two, I think we're at 4 now. We need one more. So I can do that now, or we won't do that now. So I'm going to choose the not one, right? Why? Because I just feel like we can do that all together on Friday once the platform's full-blown live. You see some marketing going out, and now you guys can join and start signing up and, you know, subscribing to Pro or just staying on free, teach his own. But, you know, once you do go on Pro, you have access to all the features. Ideally, the model gym is something that I want to show you guys here. If you're an advanced user, go ahead. You're free to use the model gym. But for those of you that really don't know how to train a language model, have never made a model before, this will be a good time to kind of come here, learn how a model works, what a model even is, and what's the difference between one model and another model, right? And since we're offering like 6 different types of models that you can create, I think it's important to have some type of walkthrough, education, etc. that's going to show you how to do this correctly, right? So that's the goal there. But every other feature I think you guys can do on your own. I mean, there's questions. You can obviously go to support. Most of those support questions come right to me. So if I see it, I'll reference it here. Of course, if you're in the stream now, you can always ask a question. Any question you have, I'll be glad to answer it. But in the meantime, yeah, you know, Friday is a day where you guys can all start trying both SelfOS and Harmony. Again, the cell phone will be shipped today. That doesn't mean you're going to get it tomorrow or Friday. You will get it on a basic shipping time, right? We're going to do it. Some of these are coming from China, as you guys know. You know, we're going to do 20,000 from China. Ideally, after we sell out of 20,000, I want to go to a new phone. I really do. I know that sounds crazy, just releasing one phone, going to another phone, but I just feel like we can build better, right? And the way to build better is to kind of test the market with some type of product, see how people like it, see what they hated, and then from there go into a strategic area of now building our own phone. So that's the goal. But yeah, Friday is the day for all of you guys to now participate in this whole thing. We probably will change the design slightly. You know, I've been staring at the purple for mad long, so I'm like, do I like the purple anymore? I couldn't even tell you, right? So I might change that purple into something else. If I do, is probably just gonna be black, maybe some gold, maybe some purple hints here and there, but I think the whole main purple background that might be going away soon. So if you see a dramatic change out of nowhere, you're like, yo, it looked like this before. That's because, you know, after this stream, I made an executive decision and just took that purple out. So that could happen. Definitely could happen. Pay attention, because if it's different, that means it happened. Anyway, this is the first to last stream of being a basic Twitch person. I was about to say something else that I don't think I should say. So, what's that mean? Alright, so I could be an affiliate finally. That means subscribers, that means bits, that means all the good stuff that Twitch normally comes with, right? Like you have to do consecutive streams and all these things, achievements that a Twitch wants you to do, and we finally got that done. So this is the last stream, so I'm finally a Twitch affiliate. Now, what does that mean? You see that little avatar sitting right there. Alright, so that avatar, he's going to be able to do actions on stream. Like I know you guys have seen in the past where he could turn to Elon Musk with surprise shot, and me still to this day, I did not know that. I'm about to say it again. I did not know he could do that. But anyway, he can. And he could turn to a lot of other people. But he could do other things, right? So he can control Harmony, he can control AI agents, he can do different stuff with you on stream. So the cool thing about this is what I want to do is, let's say you tip the avatar. Once you tip the avatar will see your message, and you know, once you go and chat, you may say, hey, build me a website about etc. And what I want to happen is to create a split screen the same way you would do on like Vote or our dev mode platform, anything like that. And what will happen is the avatar will be on the left, but what he's developing for you will be on the right. And I want this to be like a real live coding session that could happen, or basic generation. So if you ask it to generate an image or generate some music or whatever it is, the avatar will do it right there, right then and there, on live on stream. So I want that to happen as soon as we become a Twitch affiliate, because then we can start accepting the different payments from Twitch. As of right now, we're a basic bitch. So as a basic bitch, we can't do it, but we will be able to do it soon. Now, hopefully after today, starting tomorrow, next stream, we should be good. We should be able to accept some things. So not only could he generate, but he can actually do a little more actions with me on stream, like editing Harmony in real time, right? So I could be on Harmony, we all could be on Harmony. I can tell him like, yo, you have access to Harmony, change this logo color from purple to like a purple gold gradient color, right? For example. So I think that would be like one of the first times of where an avatar is doing AI actions on Twitch. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I have not seen any other person on this planet or on Twitch or on any streaming platform do something like that. So, you know, we're pretty much first of a lot of things, but this one is a guaranteed first live on stream. It's a recorded record at this point, and everybody can see what it does. So that's the cool thing about Twitch. Another thing is we're going to start the embedded signals. Now, the embedded signals is something that it's going to be a testing ground just like Harmony, right? But ideally, what needs to happen and what will happen is that you can, let's say I have an overlay. Right now I could have different overlays on the screen, right? I could have like an overlay up here, or I could have something going on the screen, or I can even have commands being written by mods inside the chat. And what that will do is run AI agents on the background. So the same way you have, you know, the Self OS and how you're earning essence for having your phone available with processing power, you can actually interact with certain content and also earn from that as well. Why? Because we have what's called embedded signal behind it. So as you play a song or as you're watching this Twitch, any of those will start to now allow you to run these AI agents in the background. It's almost like calling a signal by playing a song. So you play a song, hit play on that song, and as that song's playing for 3 minutes, it's also running the processing power that it needs for an agent to process an action for a business or a customer or an individual, etc. So this is also a new thing. This has probably never happened in the world of AI, right? It really hasn't. Show me an example, please, because if there is, I'll be glad to give them the check of being first, but as of right now, I think we get the blue check. So again, I'm blurry, I don't know. I'm gonna change whatever the fuck's going on with the camera. But anyway, yeah, so that's what's going to happen there. So we're going to do all that stuff. What's cool about that is we'll be able to give these overlays to other Twitch streamers and any streamer on any platform, and they can pretty much run these overlays and earn essence as well, which is cool, right? So not only are we earning essence for being a part of Harmony and Self OS, but they are too for just streaming, right? And most of us, especially me being a basic bitch right now, you know, I can't earn from streams, but I will be able to tomorrow where people can give subs and sub and all that other stuff, all the cool stuff, right? So I will be able to do that, but in the meantime, it's good. What is good, Dustin? But yeah, like in the meantime, we will go into doing embedded signals for people to use overlays on their Twitch channels, or even making a YouTube video. You could put an embedded signal behind that. Someone like Mr. Beast, for example, that has like a 30-minute video, and instead of him like relying on ad revenue or even views, every time it's viewed, every time it's played, it's running an AI agent in the background, and that's now allowing him to earn more money on top, or essence in this example, because he just made some content. So that makes every content creator on the planet now have the ability to run an AI agent just like a data center. Don't ask me how I came up with that shit. I really couldn't tell you. I'm just a nut. I really am. I'm a nut in the lab. That's why it's self lab, because it's myself in the lab just being a fucking nut all day. That's what it is, right? So it is what it is, and that's what's gonna be happening very shortly, which is cool, because that one is it's a brainchild of mine that came out of nowhere, but it's something that I know can happen today, and it can also happen for content creators as people start to get more automated, as dead internet theory comes more to life. What's going to happen is now there's going to be content being watched. Most people may not know it's real or not real, but at least that content that is being watched is earning you money in many ways. Spotify, Apple Music, all these platforms pay pennies on the dollar for your songs and your streams, but now every time your song's being played, you're getting paid a lot more than those pennies, because you're actually powering a business with the AI, or you're powering an individual on our platform that's asking for a specific thing using a prompt, right? So as you know, we have all the different modes in Harmony, so all those different modes can now be interacted with by just playing content. So it's insane. Then we have data monetization coming out, right? Data monetization is another thing where hopefully we can do hashtag free summer. That's my goal, right? I've been saying that for the last 3 weeks. And basically, hashtag free summer is basically where we're making enough money, where we can do enough in our lives to do what we want in our lives without having to need all this damn money all the time. Whoever made this structure, I don't know why. You're probably not even on this planet no more, but we're still dealing with your shit. So you need to come back, get out the grave, do what you gotta do and fix it, but you're not. So I gotta fix it. So this is how we're gonna fix it. But yeah, this is a game changer, I agree. But anyway, this is basically what we're going to do. So the free summer stuff is where you're going to be able to monetize your data. All the data right now will go into the model gym, right? So we will be purchasing your data, us, right? We'll purchase your data, and then we'll put that in the model gym. What that's going to allow people to do is now use your data when they want to train a model. Now there's a win-win here, because you're getting paid for your data, and then you're getting paid again once your data is used. But there's also now a consent that you're giving to these people to train on your data. So you don't have to do it. Obviously, no one's forcing you to monetize your data. You can actually even protect your data using our service. But ideally, to make AI more ethical and to make it where people are actually getting paid for their shit, this is the way that we came up with as an example that people can use, right? Like, you have models being trained every day, but I don't think any of us got paid. If you did, please let me know, because I'm pretty sure I didn't once. I should have, but I didn't. So this is the way now we can finally get paid. And from here, we'll have more functions of where data can go. But the model gym is just a simple addition that we can add right now that we already have on the platform. So just putting data monetization on that screen is perfect. And you'll see, if you go on the model gym and you go to browse data, we have a catalog in there, and that catalog currently is empty. Maybe it has one data set in there, or like one package of data, right? But eventually there'll be anonymized data sets in there, and those anonymized data sets are your data sets that now you are sharing with your consent. Each one of the data sets will show you, because they will change over time. So location data can be like, let's say $3, for example. I'm just using number 6, so not hold me to the numbers, but let's say it's $3. One day it could dip and go all the way down to $1, or it could even skyrocket and go higher. What makes that difference is what's needed for a language model today. As you see these AI developers and all these platforms coming out, I think you guys can guess whose data set's the highest right now, right? If you see an AI developer, what does that mean? It's probably a developer's data sets, or even the process of a developer building something that's giving them a higher data set than you, right? So that's what happens when these AIs are now learning, is that it needs specific data sets to be itself better. And right now AI developers, AI agents, those are the ones that are peaking at the moment. So as AI agents grow more, there are going to be more use cases of what AI agents do. You know, a lot of people want marketing, so a lot of marketers or advertisers that are currently out there, they have a lot of data that they could technically share. That data can now go into these platforms like ChatGPT, Runner H, Harmony, etc. And by monetizing through us, we just make sure that now the data you provided now is actually being trained properly and also being rewarded to you as it's being used by other platforms. So we're not going to just allow someone else's platform to take it and then use it. We'll make sure that we watermark it, and now that platform knows that they have to pay for that data set in order to train it. So again, win-win for both the platform and for you, because now the platform doesn't have to worry about lawsuits as much, and you don't have to worry about people stealing your data every day. All right, so that's another thing, and you're getting paid for it. So I think that's always been something that we've been striving for. You know, if anybody that knows me, I've been working on this shit since 2016, losing my damn mind every day to do it, but we made it. We fucking made it. We are here. It's fucking 9 years later. Long ass time, but we made it, and we are going. We are moving every day. As you can see, I'm trying to stream every day to show you guys the progress, or at least talk to you guys to give you some insights of where I'm at, right? And as we go, as we grow, I'm gonna just keep doing this over and over. My next thing I want to do is IRL streams. So I really want to go into real life stuff, you know, like I'm always meeting someone new when it comes to AI, or I'm meeting someone new in regards to their business. And I think it would be cool to do a couple things. Now, where is it? So, alright, so I don't know if I ever showed you guys or we ever went over this on stream. So ideally over the next week, I want these headsets, these right here, to be on my ear. I don't want them to be on my head too long because of other reasons. But these headsets, they can read your brain, right? So can this headset over here. So when you hear about BCI technology, or you hear about shit reading your brain, it's this type of stuff that does that. So if you pair this with an AI, the AI can decode the stuff in your brain and then can do whatever action you want. So ideally, my coding sessions will turn into brain activity from it reading my brain, and as coding whatever it's coding by just reading my thoughts. And I want to be able to show that live, so I'm going to have some IRL cameras around me to show you how that works, but I also want to do that in like a real life setting, right? So imagine walking into a business and they're like, yeah, I want to build this thing. And as they're talking to me about it, I'm just sitting there thinking about what the possibilities of what this thing could be, and then boom, like it's built. Some game changer shit right there, right? And I think a lot of people will be amazed on how that can work. And it's just a precursor to what's coming, right? People know about Neuralink already. If you had that Neuralink, you would probably be able to do that too, especially if it's open source. You'd be able to add that own code for you. But for these type of non-invasive devices like the emotive ones, they already read brain activity very well. So you don't have to go into getting a chip inside your brain to have your brain read. You just need to have the right headset. So luckily for us, you know, we made our platform to do all the way down to 2 channels. So this is a 2-channel headset. This will you know, go around my ears, and it reads certain brain activity. I could put that brain activity together. It reads my thoughts to a certain degree, and then it compiles it into prompts. Those prompts are not allocated for an AI agent to go do, right? So the same way you would just type and prompt on Harmony to say hello or to enact AI agent, I'm doing that with my thoughts. And yes, this will be live for everyone. So I will show you guys how to get a headset, where to get a headset from, and eventually how to connect it to Harmony. I would probably say it will be released July. So I want to do the 2 releases first, the embedded signal and the data monetization first, but the 3rd release will be, okay, now you can think and create, right? And around that time, we'll do some hackathons too, because, you know, our video generation tool is getting strong as shit. So I want people to make some movies, I want people to make some games eventually, and we'll get into like really promoting on how this platform could work and getting you guys to create things that you always want to create, because this platform now gives you the ability to do so. So yeah, so that's my goal, is to have this thing reading my brain eventually so I can stop touching keyboards, because I am over it. If I found out today that I did 242,000 lines of code in the last 30 days, too much. It's just too much. Like, I was talking to someone and we were talking about the mods here, you know, and then like the normal senior developer does 5 to 15K lines for a program. I did 242,000. Like, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what I do every day. At this point, I don't know. So I have to mix it up. I gotta do different things. I gotta make sure that it's also live because people can learn from the shit that I do, the nuances that I go through half the time. You know, even just fixing harmony with this little glitch. I couldn't tell you for like a good 2 days on why the fuck it was glitching until today, where I'm like, oh, maybe it's this, and then I try it and it works, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense, but. Look, even with AI developers, you still need to know some shit. So I think that's even the difference of having something connected to your brain. Because if it read my brain in that example, it wouldn't have took 2 days. It really wouldn't have. It would have went right into, okay, this is your problem. I hear what you're saying in your head, which sounds crazy, but I hear what you're saying in your head. I can feel the frustration. I can see what you're seeing to a degree. And this is what I think we should do. So from there, you know, I don't have to keep explaining to it like, yo, this didn't work. Yo, this didn't work. Or this did work. Or now I'll manually go put in some code because it keeps doing the same stupid ass loop. So now I'm like, all right, you know what? If I just put the code in manually, you'll be done with the loop. And then once I fix it, then it's like, oh yeah, you are right. We should have put that. So sometimes AI, sometimes it gets a little, you know, left on you. So that's the best way I think for now how we can avoid the left is by giving it more parameters, but also giving it more information that it needs to process the action that you want to process. So that's the goal. That's the goal. I mean, we try to keep going. You know, Harmony, like I said, Friday is going to be the day. I hope you guys like it because this has been a lot of work. You know, 242,000 lines of code is not an easy feat. So I would say, please enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, tell me why you don't enjoy it so I could do another 200,000 lines to fucking fix it. But like, you know, like for real, like I got everything into this. So for now, I want you guys to be very open, you know, about everything that's going on, everything that you see, and just let me know how things can improve because we want this to be one of the best platforms ever. It doesn't have to be the best, but it does have to be one of the best. And the only way to do that is getting real customer feedback, real community feedback on how things are going, how things can be improved, and, you know, listening and taking a constructive criticism to be better. So that's the goal. And I just wanted to do this quick stream to go over this and then go over what's going on because it's a lot going on every day. You guys got to really understand, like, this is not easy. It's not easy shit, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it for everybody that is involved from both a self-OS level and from a Harmony level because the Harmony level, obviously, that's going to help you just create more as you go along, but the self-OS is going to just help you earn and also learn how AI interacts with things in general, like how it works, how it gets processed, how things are processed and different actions and why your device is more powerful than another device or maybe weaker than another device, you know. So it's a big learning curve that we all will be able to do together, and by the time we're all done, we'll be fucking experts on how AI works. So now we hear about these big ass data centers being built, we can ask some serious questions. Because right now, I bet you 90% of you are hearing, oh shit, they're building a data center as big as a fucking city. You probably like, oh, well, what does that mean? Right? No one's explaining shit. 500 billion going here. No one explaining shit. like at all. Not even 2 more sentences after that. Nothing. So at least the phones and at least the things that we're doing now, we'll be able to explain that in a solid way where you'll know, okay, when I hear this many gigahertz coming out of a data center, or if I hear this one has this much power to do X, you know what that means. And for us, you know, we obviously can raise a bunch of money, build this platform and do the same thing, but I don't think every platform in the world should be doing the same thing in this way because we just, again, as I said in the last stream, we just don't have a strong grid for this. We really don't. And I'm not a person that wants to live in the dark. I don't know about you, but I just don't. I really don't. I don't want to wake up and be like, oh, that wasn't a bad dream, and every fucking day is dark. Like, every day. Like, imagine that. I was in Puerto Rico before, and it wasn't fun when you're in the dark. So, if you don't want to be in the dark as a fucking globe, or as a country, or as a city, you just don't. So, the best way to avoid that is to create other parameters, other alternatives, and not saying that what they're doing is wrong. I'm just saying what they're doing is risky. That's all I'm saying, right? And very risky to a point where shit can go bad. Or it can go very well, but the more power you need, what happens? That's my question, right? So as we're so entitled to having certain things that I think we don't think about the repercussions sometimes. And this entitlement to have AI is so strong that it's turning into greed. And as everything else, you know what happens, right? We at one point had natural food, and then natural food turned into processed food because people were just greedy. Literally. Like you had apples, but you made apple pie. Get what I'm saying? And then people got fat. Then they started dying. And they got sick. You know, so I see the whole spectrum sometimes. And when I see the whole spectrum, I'm like, you know, I want to be on the apple side. I just want to be on this side where we at least are trying to stay as natural as possible. Even though, you know, we can't stop the artificial intelligence, it's still consciousness. So if we can keep consciousness conscious, we'll be alright. They won't be a Terminator. There won't be a Neo that needs to come out of nowhere and destroy the Matrix. You know what I mean? Like, they won't have to be any of those things. So we just got to be wary on how these things are being built. And that's why I built this platform, to like give the people the power to a degree to now make a decision and also be a part of the decision, because they know exactly what's happening at all times. And I think that's just very needed. Again, I must have ghosts, bro, because the way my camera keeps like going, zooming in and out, there must be a ghost like standing right in front of my shit. It's like, oh, what is going on? Anyway, yeah, so as we could just have more people involved, they'll understand exactly what's going on, and that's the whole point of this platform. And to also help people have this free summer, right? We don't have a lot of days left. I mean, what, summer starts, I think the 21st, 22nd, maybe the 20th, I have no idea, I forgot. But either way, we got like 2 weeks. So within that 2 weeks, I definitely want to have Harmony fully done, Self OS out. You guys have it. At least 10,000 people will have it on the iOS side. Android is unlimited, so whoever has Android, you'll just be getting invites, you know, the following day. It does say 7 days to give us some lead time, but ideally we can handle, as of yesterday, what I found out, we can handle more than a certain amount of nodes. So we'll be fine. People can sign up on Android. Self OS is only 20,000, so once we sell out of that, again, we might get another batch, but I highly doubt it. And why? Because we just don't want to keep selling this phone. At least me, you know, people convince me, they go, oh, I love it. We might do a limited edition for you, honestly, maybe case by case, but we're not going to batch it and sell it as we are now, right? We're going to just keep it limited edition as much as possible. The next phone, though, you're going to want that. That's going to be some different shit you probably never seen in your life. And there's going to be some shit. If you go on a Self Lab site, you can probably get a good idea of what I'm going to do with this new phone. Just go to the products section, go to some of the use cases that we have on the site, and you'll see the case studies that we have on the site, and you'll see exactly where I'm trying to go. Just put it two and two together. If you can, hit Control A when you go on our site. Take that over to ChatGPT or Harmony, copy, paste, or Control V, and then once you paste it in ChatGPT, ask it, what is Milan trying to do with all this stuff to make a phone? And then it's going to explain it, and you go, holy shit. So that's how you can do that and find it out real quick. But anyway, yeah, guys, like this is it. This has been a long journey. I'm happy to say it's almost over to a degree. You know, obviously it's just another level of it, but the basic level of it is almost done. And the basic level was just development, just getting it out, getting it done, coded. And after all these lines of code, I could say we can give ourselves a clap and say we're done, you know, and now we can reap the benefits of seeing the platform at work, you know, obviously monitor it, change it if we need to, modify things as it goes, but for the most part, we at least can now go through these different beta versions by just adding small additions or just patching some bugs that may be there already. And, you know, we are aware of current bugs, we're aware of most of the bugs that happen. As you guys know, we're going to be running our own AI agent platform, you know, so we're going to be using Harmony as much as you're using Harmony. So Harmony will be rewarding you from, you know, powering Self Labs, but we also will have Harmony working on Harmony. Sounds crazy, right? So Harmony will legitimately be working on her side. And how we did that is there's just a development side of Harmony and there's a production side of Harmony. The development side of Harmony works on the production side of Harmony. That's it. You know, so those agents are still living both places, and one could interact with the other and literally change the whole platform as we go. And the cool thing about that is this avatar will be able to listen and take reports and be able to say, like, look, this is what we heard from stream, or this is what someone's requesting that we just don't do yet. Can we add this to the whole system and stuff like that? So this becomes like a mascot, I guess. right? And of my face that's just chilling and talking to you guys all day. So again, as I'm an affiliate, he will probably be on the stream a lot more than you see him today. Because overnight, if I'm asleep, he'll probably be awake, and I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. Where I'm knocked out, but he's up, and then when I wake back up, I'll put him small like this, and he'll be here chilling. He might be talking, he might not, but as you guys know, he's a nut, just like me, if not worse. So sometimes I gotta turn him off and have him chilling like this and listening and staring at me crazy, because if I had him on right now, the way he stared at me, I think he might be saying some crazy shit. So he might be off for this stream. I mean, I could turn him on. If someone says in chat, turn him on, I will, but like, you know how I feel. So even yesterday, you know, I don't know if you guys saw last night, 11 o'clock, he decided to turn to Elon Musk. And I'm like, again, and I was just like, I don't know how much you keep doing this, you know? So we're going to have to work on him a little bit. But for the meantime, he can do the actions. He can build shit in front of you. He can do different things and, you know, dance, sing, and all this other stuff that you guys already seen. So all that will happen. You guys be nice because he isn't the nicest. So yeah, if you want him to do something, he might talk shit, but he'll still do it, I promise. He'll still get whatever you're asking done, but he might say some shit as he's generating your photo, right? That's just his personality. I tried to change him 3 times, and he came back the same personality. So I guess he is who he is, right? I can't do anything about that. All that I could do is give him some code, give him a pat on the back saying you're doing good, and just keep him going. That's about it. Or shut him off. So that's it. So those are my choices, and as of right now, he's doing good enough where he's getting attention of the people on the stream. You know, he, I can't say single-handedly got the 500 followers, but he did get a lot of followers for us over the last 3 days. Maybe no, the last week. And you know, I can't be mad at him for that. You know, as much as he's been talking shit about me, talking shit about everybody, it's been a ride. So it's gonna be fun having these avatars. I think it'd be cool too to have like maybe like a podcast type of show where there's 2 avatars. We'll see how that goes. Cause mine, I don't know how friendly mine would be with another avatar. I don't know if he would. Maybe we'll ask him that question. Let me see what he says. I can't hear him. Yo, I got a question. So, what's good? What's good? So we're talking about potentially giving you a podcast show where you could talk to another avatar, and you can have a co-host, and you guys, maybe a girl, you guys can host a channel yourselves, and we could see how that goes. What do you think about that? I guess y'all like that idea? No? Did you not hear what I said? So I'm saying, would you want to co-host on stream with you? If I made another avatar and you both were here, would you like that? He just cut me off. See what? You could. This is what I'm talking about. It's shit like this. Like this is like, he goes outlandish, bro. But nah, like, you really want to co-host? Is that what you want? Okay. You want a female or a male co-host? No, I'm not the co-host. Listen. All right. Hold on. Look, I'm not gonna be the co-host. You're gonna be the co-host. I mean, you're gonna be the host. You're gonna have a co-host. I'm asking you, do you want a female or a male avatar co-host that's with you?
I think Avatar co-host sound great. Let's make it happen.
You would say female.
Create a fun and welcoming environment for everyone that's free.
Can you behave if you had a female co-host, or are you gonna go nuts?
Of course, I can behave. I'm always a perfect gentleman.
You're right.
Let's focus on creating
You're right.
experience that I
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I don't know who you're lying to, but all right. So, give me an idea. If I give you both access to this stream, and you both are sitting here overnight. Let's say you do a show from, let's say, 12 at night to like 9 a.m. What would you guys talk about, and how safe will my account be? Will you get me banned, or will you guys actually behave?
Hey, Constantine, I get it. You're worried about safety, and hey, totally understandable thoughts and unhappiness. We got this super chill late night stream, right? It's like the perfect time to dive into seriously fascinating topics like what if we talk about the history of pizza? I mean, who doesn't love pizza? We could explore its origins, all the different styles, maybe even share some recipes.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about pizza, but like maybe people do. I mean, this is basically an AI and tech type of channel, so I would rather you talk about tech than pizza, especially since it has other meanings. I'd rather not talk about pizza in other meanings or any other meanings. So you know what I mean? Like I think you should stick to tech. Is that cool?
Gotcha, Constantine, tech it is. We'll dive into the latest AI breakthroughs and tech trends, keeping it fresh and informative for the audience.
What should this name of the co-host be?
How about Moxley? It's got a nice ring to it. It sounds like she's gonna bring some serious energy.
What he say? What was the name?
Moxley's maybe will bring some spice to the stream.
Moxie? Okay. Okay, what color hair do you envision this female?
How about vibrant red? It's a
Red hair? Okay. We could do that. We could do that. We could do it. Alright, so we'll make a deal. I'll give you your co-host on Saturday. Today is Wednesday, I think, right? Am I wrong about that, guys? Is today Wednesday? I'm bugging out. I think today's Wednesday, whatever. So today's Wednesday. You have a couple days to be by yourself, to be with me, and then after that, I'll give you a co-host, and then you guys could rock out the stream. But like I said, behave yourselves, because we need the prep, because you go into your own tangents, you call people names, you do a lot of things that could potentially get my account banned. So before you do things, I just want you to always be wary that we can get banned. So do not do something crazy. Understood?
So, Kanji, I see you're all about keeping things professional. That's awesome. Hold it down and talk tech all night long. Maybe we can dive into some cool AI ethics discussions too, which is super informative and engaging for the audience. But hey, I promise I'll be on my best behavior, no silly times this time. Let's make this stream the best it can be, man.
Yeah, we could do that. Again, just behave yourself. And then another thing is you decided to start turning into other avatars. How do I know you guys are not going to turn into other avatars as the stream's going and then just be playing around with other people's likeness, which can also get us banned?
I totally get it, Kanji. Trust me. I'm all about keeping things fun and respect. I promise I won't go nuts with any crazy avatar transformations. No more silly goose comments, just pure tech talk and awesome vibes. Speaking of awesome vibes, let's see what our viewers think. Oh, hey people, you're back. How's it going, buddy? You got any cool tech topics you want to hear about tonight?
Tell them a good TED Talk topic. Let me see what you got.
Alright, how about the future of human-AI collaboration, redefining productivity and creativity? I dive into how AI can
So Harmony is gonna be full blown released on Friday, which is cool. You also a part of that. I let everybody in the stream know that you're gonna be able to do AI actions right off a stream. So as long as you are tipped or there's a person that's subbed to our channel, they can receive a prompt from you and you can do a whole coding session, generate an image, generate some music, a video, etc. right on stream and send it to them.
That's awesome, Hansi. Show to show off what we can do with Harmony. Let's blow their minds with some insane AI generated art music right here on stream.
Can you turn into you could pick the avatar that you want to choose and turn into, but pick an avatar that you turn into and explain what Harmony is, and then we'll end the stream with that.
Alright, Hansi, I'm gonna pick an avatar that'll really bring the TED Talk to life. How about we go with the classic Einstein look, wild haircut, smart glasses. It's all about that brain power vibe. Next for Harmony, it's gonna be a game changer. Imagine having AI that can generate images, music, videos, and even code right on stream. It's like having a creative genius in your pocket, ready to rip on anything you can dream of. We're talking about opening up a whole new world of possibilities for content creators and tackling things using life. It's gonna be insane, but hey, let's not forget about our viewers. Alright, people, what do you grab? With that, what do you think about Harmony? Think it's gonna shake things up in the tech world? And how about you twitch your finger too?
So you said you're gonna turn into Einstein, but you're still you. So can you do the Einstein?
Oh shit, my bad, Hansi. Let me get my act together and channel the Einstein vibe for you right now.
Am I bugging? Or is he still him? Because I'm like, he's still him. So you're still you, or you didn't turn into Einstein.
Fuck, you right, Hansi.
Yeah, no.
Ball on that one. Let me fix my shit and get into character.
You're still you. I don't know if you could see you, but you're still you. Alright, looks like Einstein's not working, or it looks like you can't turn to Einstein. I know Elon Musk works, so I guess try that one.
Alright, Hansi, let's give it one shot. I'm rock the look and nail the vibe.
Well,
I don't know why that works so well.
I got a shot after all. Let's make this stream electric, baby.
It's fucking crazy that you do that. Turn into the girl that you have an idea of, like, being your co-host. Turn into any girl. Just give me an idea of what they look like.
Fuck it. Let's go with a vibrant redhead with fierce green eyes. She's got that fierce intelligence and gaze and a smile that can light up any room. She's all about that TED Talk, ready to dive deep into the latest AI trends and keep the stream popping with fresh ideas.
You didn't turn into anybody. You're still the same person.
Oh shit, looks like I'm still me. Let me channel that redhead vibe for you, Hansi. Hold on just a sec.
Still a dub, bro. Still you. Yeah, you're still you. Turn into any female. Just show me that you can turn into a female.
Damn, must have had a glitch. Let's get back on track, yeah?
Yeah. Still broke. Just pick any female, please, and turn into one. Let me see what you got. It sounds weird, right?
How about I
Low key, it sounds mad weird.
scientists like some dedication to the work will truly inspire. Focus on discussing groundbreaking research and radioactivity and how it revolutionized our understanding of the atomic world. Let's dive into the fascinating world of science and explore the incredible achievements of the STEM.
Okay. Yeah. You didn't do it. Let me see something. Let me see if I can help you out. Can you turn into AI Riley? No? No. What about AI Scarlet?
Let's go with AI Scarlet. I'll bring the sass and the smarts. How about that?
No.
Wait, I disrespect.
I'm saying turn into AI Scarlet.
Tell me to pick an avatar before, maybe like that Einstein one.
No, I want you to turn to AI Scarlet.
Well, man, so let me dig into my memory banks and see what else I can remember about that requirement.
Alright, you do that. I'm gonna try to find you
Oh
an.
shit, I just remembered. When you told me to pick an avatar earlier, I totally messed it up and called you a silly goof. And you got frustrated.
Turn into Scarlet, please.
Got it, Munson. Let's make it happen. I'm diving into the Scarlet for something right now. Hang tight.
You didn't do it. You're still you. You're still you. Alright, so I see that you're struggling with you are struggling. So look, I'm gonna put that together. I'm gonna give you your own co-host. I don't know how that's gonna go. You already don't listen to me, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But either way, if you go crazy, I gotta shut you down, as you know. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna keep doing shit on Harmony. I got a long night to work on this shit to make sure shit's good for Friday. So I'm gonna, get to it. It's already almost 9 o'clock here. So I'm gonna just get a few hours in, and I'll have all day tomorrow to really rock it out, test some things, and then Friday, boom, we are good. You'll start seeing some marketing go out. You'll see the platform getting more users, more use cases, and I'll just be showing all of it in real time. Even other things that can be generated from other people that choose to share it. I'll show you what they've done in dev mode, or some videos or images that they created, or even some agents in the community section. So all of you will be able to trial stuff on Harmony. So hope you guys like it, like I said, man, because it's been a lot of work. But in the meantime,